بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. How are you, my students? I hope that you're happy and healthy and ready for today's lesson, which is the Unit 1 Speaking. But before we do that, let's open our workbooks on page 80 and answer some questions there. We'll be beginning with the question G. Write 4 common sentences that people in each profession say. So we'll be reading about some professions and try to guess what each of them say. But be sure to use the subjunctive or I'd like you plus the infinitive or I want you plus the infinitive. So we'll be learning about some professions and try to guess what are they going to say, but try to use the subjunctive or I'd like you to plus the infinitive or I want you to plus the infinitive. So we see here a police officer. The first two are already done for us. He might say it is essential, this is the subjunctive here, it is essential that you stop at stop signs. It is essential, it is important, of course, that you stop at stop signs. When you see the stop sign, stop. The second one, I'd like you to not drive too fast. I'd like you to not drive too fast. So try to guess to come up with 2 more sentences that you think a police officer might say. So, and remember, use the subjunctive or I'd like you to plus the infinitive, of course, or I want you plus the infinitive. Any answer, of course, is correct. I'll give you what I have written. When you say it is important that you wear a seatbelt. It is important, of course, while you're driving, it is important that you wear a seatbelt. And remember, with the subjunctive, we come with the base form of the verb. It is important that you wear a seatbelt. And the next one, try to come up with any example. So I have written, I recommend that you lock your doors. Of course, while driving, try to always lock your door. Again, I recommend that you lock your doors. The next profession here is a dentist. Who is a dentist? Yes, of course, he's the doctor who takes care of your teeth, as you can see from the picture. So try to come up with 4 sentences that you think a dentist might say to you using the subjunctive or I'd like you plus the infinitive or I want you plus the infinitive. So the first one I have written, I want you to clean your teeth. I want you to clean, this is the infinitive, to plus the base form. I want you to clean your teeth. What about the second sentence? Can you come up with a second sentence? Okay, let's check my second sentence here. It is important that you don't eat sweets. It is important that you don't eat sweets. Number C, try to come up with a third. Okay, let's check it together. I'd like you to open your mouth. Of course, this is the first thing that you do, to open your mouth while laying in the dentist office. I'd like you to open your mouth. I'd like you to open, this is the infinitive, your mouth. And try to come up with a 4th sentence here. Okay, let's check the answer here together. I insist that you brush your teeth before you go to bed. Of course, this is really important. I insist, when you insist on something, I insist that you brush your teeth before you go to bed. Also, when you wake up. So this is the second profession, and this is the third profession here, a flight attendant. Where do you find a flight attendant? Where does he or she work? Yes, of course, on planes. The flight attendant, from the name itself, flight, they work on planes. They are the people who serve you on the plane. So try to come up with 4 sentences that you think a flight attendant might say to you. Let's check the first one here. It is essential that you not get up during takeoff and landing. Of course, they always warn us about this. It is essential that you not get up from your chair, of course, during the takeoff and the landing of the plane. Try to come up with the second sentence here. Okay, let's check it together here. It is necessary to wear seat belt, just like the police officer told you about when you are driving the car. Here, when you are riding a plane, it is necessary to wear a seat belt. The third one here, it is important that you not use a phone while we're in the air. They always alert us about this, not to use the phone. Again, it is important that you not use a phone while we're in the air. And try to come up with a fourth sentence here. There's no right or wrong answer. I recommend that you take a nap. I recommend, if it is maybe a long flight and you're tired, he would say to you, I recommend that you take a nap. Of course, a nap is to sleep just for a short time. I recommend that you take a nap. This is exercise G. Moving on to exercise H from the workbook, page 80. Complete the conversation with the words from the box. We have the box here from the words cover, in a bind, keep it to yourself, take off, help me out, which is crossed here, jump ship, no kidding, and will do. So we have in each exercise here, A and B, a small conversation. Hey Bob, can you help me out? The first one is already done, of course. Of course, what do you need? So let's jump to the first one. A, could you, and there's a question mark here. B, absolutely, I never talk about people's private business. So the answer was, I never talk about people's private business. So I think here you can try to guess what's the answer. Someone is asking you something and you replied, it's okay, I don't talk about anyone's private business. So yes, that's correct. Could you keep it to yourself? When you tell someone something and you say, please keep it to yourself, it means don't tell anyone. Keep it to yourself. Number 2, did you hear that Imad? And the question mark. The answer is, he did. Where is he going to work now? Where is he going to work now? So you know that Imad left his work, quit his job. So can you guess what's the answer here? He did. Where's he going to work now? Try, look at the box. Where's the word here that means that Imad quit his job? Yes, that's correct. Jumped ship. To jump ship, to leave your job suddenly without any warning. So, did you hear that Imad jumped ship? He did. Where's he going to work now? Number 3, I'm going to now. Okay, see you later. I'm going to now. Okay, see you later. What do you say when you want to part with your friend? When you leave. So, okay, see you later. Yes, that's correct. I'm going to take off now. Take off now. I'm going to take off now. Okay, see you later. So, once you leave your friend, you can say I'm going to leave, or you can say I'm going to take off now. They are both correct. Number 4, what's wrong? What's wrong? So, someone seems in a problem here. The answer is someone seems here in a problem or in a difficult situation. So what's the correct answer here? Yes, I'm in a bind. Number 5, now make sure you call me when you get there. Make sure you call me when you get there. What do you say when you want to say, okay, I will do it. I will call you. Yes, that's correct. You say, will do. Number 6, do you want to go out on Saturday? B, well, I'm supposed to work, but I can try to get someone for me. I'm working, but I'll try to get someone for me to take my place in this job temporarily. What is this word? Yes, to cover for me, to cover for someone is to take his place temporarily until he gets back. Number 7, did you hear I got a job? I got a job, and you say, no kidding, congratulations. Did you hear I got a job? No kidding, congratulations. So the next exercise, exercise I, is a reading exercise. We'll be listening to this article, then we'll be answering some questions about it. Let's listen together here. Read the article, then answer true or false. What makes people successful? This is an important question. What makes people successful? Let's listen together and try to figure out the answer to this important question. Let's listen.
Who do you think is the most successful person you know? Who do you think is the least successful? In order to answer these questions, we first need to define success. Everyone has a different definition of what makes someone successful or not. Many of us place great value on performance, on achievements, or on reaching various goals. Others associate success with material goods, measuring it by how much one can acquire. Others measure success by how much they can contribute to the well-being of their families, or to the community and society in general. There are many other definitions, but arguably, most people associate it with becoming rich, famous, and respected at work. Yet, it doesn't have to be that way. Being successful could mean simply being satisfied with oneself and one's career. For many people, a successful person is someone who feels that his or her work and life in general offer an exceptionally high degree of satisfaction.
So what I liked about this part of the article, trying to answer what makes people successful, they didn't indulge into the solution immediately. In the beginning, try to analyze or identify what being successful is. Is it just related to money? Is it related to family? Is it related to fame? So as it says here, many of us place great value on performance, on achievement, or reaching various goals. Others associate success with material goods, measuring by how much one can acquire. Others measure success by how much they can contribute to the well-being of their families or to the community and society in general. So what is it? What does it entail to being successful? Is it just about making money? Is it just about to have a good reputation in the society? Or is it just to make your family happy? So let's continue with the next part of this article.
But how does one get from here to there? How does one reach this feeling of satisfaction with life and career? It seems that successful people consistently do two things. They use their natural abilities in their work. They set career and life goals. In other words, successful people choose careers where they can use their natural abilities, or do what comes naturally to them. For example, successful teachers are people who instinctively know how to help people learn, and the best doctors are those who know how to listen to people. Successful people know where they are starting from, and what direction they want to give their lives and careers, even if it is something as simple and wonderful as raising a happy family. What are your natural abilities? What are your career and life goals? If you can answer these questions, you are on your way to achieving success.
So in this article, there are two main points that most successful people consistently do. The first one, they use their natural abilities in their work, your instinct. What are you meant to do? Your instinct. And the second one is to set career and life goals. So what are you good at in your instinct, and to set goals for yourself. In other words, successful people choose careers where they can use their natural abilities. What are you good at? If you're good at something, choose this thing to be your career, and try to be successful in it. or do what comes naturally to them. For example, successful teachers are people who instinctively know how to help people learn. Instinctively, it means in their instinct, without anyone teaching them how. So they know how to teach people instinctively without anyone to teach them or to show them how to teach people. So this is actually an important article. So let's jump to the true or false. Number one, there is a general consensus on the definition of success. So again, there is a general consensus on the definition of success. Is this true or false? So it's false. There are more than one definition for success. Number two, a lot of people think that you are successful if you are rich and famous. There's a belief, a lot of people think that you are successful. A lot of people think that you are successful if you are rich and famous. Is this true or false? Of course, it's true. Many people connect being successful for being rich and famous. Number three, successful people choose careers that match their skills. Successful people choose careers that match their skills. Of course, this one is true. As we said before, instinctively, in their instinct, what are they good at? Choose this to be your path and your career. Number four, successful people don't plan their lives. Successful people don't plan their lives. They don't set goals. Is this true or false? Of course, it's false. They put plans and they set goals for their lives. Number five, doing what comes naturally to you helps to make you successful. Again, number five, doing what comes naturally to you helps make you successful. As we read before, this is true, of course. Number six, raising a happy family is not enough to be considered successful. Raising a happy family, to raise a happy family, to make a happy family, is not enough to be considered successful. Is this true or false? Of course, it's false, because most of the time, just raising a happy family in a secure place is enough to be successful. So let's jump to today's lesson, the speaking. These are the objectives for today: to match the job with the suitable subject and to describe favorite jobs. Number one here, what do you think of the jobs described in the reading? Do you find any of them interesting? Why or why not? If you remember the reading article, some of the jobs, the woman who is interested in fashion for dolls, or the man who's giving pedicures to elephants, or the flavorist who's making flavor, whether it's naturally or artificially. So, what do you think of the jobs described in the reading? Do you find any of them interesting? Are you interested in any of them? Fashion for dolls, flavors, and pedicures for elephants. Why or why not? For example, for me, I think I might be interested in the flavors because I like to cook. I like flavors. Maybe I might be interested. Number two, think about the list of unusual jobs in the chart. Have you ever heard of them? Find out what they are and complete the chart with the information. So this is the table here. The unusual job: odor judger, golf ball diver, cheese sprayer, and gum buster. And we have what is it? What does it entail? Do I like it or not? So let's try to finish this table here quickly. Odor judger, to judge the odor, the smell. So what is it? The odor judger, to try to smell a bad smell coming from a person, from their armpit or their mouth. Again, to smell bad smells coming from a person. What does it entail? Of course, this is an unusual job. Many would find it disgusting actually. What does it entail? To smell other people's armpits and breath. To smell their breath and their armpits. Do you like it or not? Do you like this job or not? Of course not. Of course not. Of course they usually work in some deodorant factories to check the armpit before and after using the deodorant, the effect of the deodorant. Number 2, golf ball diver. The diver underwater, from the name itself, who dives to get the golf balls. So what is it? To recover golf balls from the water. What does it entail? It entails diving and getting the ball from the bottom of the lake. Do you like it or not? Of course not. Maybe some of you like it. It's according to your preference. Cheese sprayer. From the name itself is to spray cheese, to spray cheese. So what is it? To spray cheese on food, usually popcorn. To spray cheese on food, usually popcorn. What does it entail? So what does it entail? To coat food with melted cheese, whether it's popcorn or maybe it's a steak. To coat food, to put over the food melted cheese. Do you like it or not? Maybe, maybe not, because it's related to food. Gum buster. You know the gum buster, the bubble gum. What is it? To remove sticking gum from object like a pavement, sidewalk, under the chairs of some stadiums, to remove the gum from these places. What does it entail? To clean gum of different places. It entails to clean the places from the sticking gum. Do you like it or not? Of course not. Of course I don't like it. And with that, we reach to the end of this lesson. See you next lesson, inshallah. Subhanakallah wa bihamdik. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum.